Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is April 1st, April Fool's Day, all that jazz, but you know what it's time for, the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce. You can hear the excitement in my voice, but first things first, the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, of course, the 215 on Twitter. It is Wrestlemania week, and not only is it Wrestlemania week, WrestleMania is in Philadelphia, and I'm going. The boys is going. Charismatic Creations, the High Risk Wrestling Podcast is going. So what we got for you today? We've got today, let's talk about it, the last Philadelphia WrestleMania on April 2nd. Tomorrow we got a list of the worst modern WrestleMania losses. That's going to be fun to talk about. Wednesday we got another let's talk about the importance of pre-show matches. Thursday we got a return of the Filthy Casual, what WrestleMania means to me. And on Friday, High Risk Wrestling Podcast episode 170, the WrestleMania XL preview, extra large. But let's get into the news. A&E is working on an ECW Legends biography on who we do not know just yet, but the WWE is also hosting a special event at the former ECW arena, now 2300 arena. I cannot wait. Former WWE employee Kosha Irby is now the new chief operating officer of AEW. He is legitimately in the role that Triple H is in right now. He's already been making changes for the better. He brings decades of experience. This is going to be very, very, very good for AEW. Triller TV is the new pay-per-view home for AEW after some issues that are going down with the last pay-per-view on Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report is owned by Warner Brothers, so we got to see how this is going to work out. Still waiting on that streaming deal. We now have a date and a location for Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing will be going down Saturday, May 25th, back in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It's great to have it back there. They're going to be doing a bunch of stuff in Vegas for that weekend a little bit afterwards as well. A top TNA star has re-signed with the company. That would be one Ace Austin, the half of ABC. It's a good keep for them. Keep on putting on good matches and doing incredible work. And an AEW star's absence is linked to visa issues. If you notice, Jay White has not been on TV. That is due to visa issues. He's going to get that worked out because we got to get ready for the Bang Bang Gang versus the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass at AEW Dynasty. And Sabu, the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, death-defying man, will be inducted into the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame. Well earned, well deserved. Can't really wait for that. And on the injury side of things, we had a quick scare with Ricky Starks on Collision this past Saturday, but he is doing fine. Obviously, he and Big Bill were supposed to win the match, but you got to make those judgment calls right there in the heat of the moment. But that is the news, and we shall be right back. All right, let's get into the week in review, starting with Monday Night Raw. We are making our way towards WrestleMania. So with Raw, we open up with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is in the ring, and he's just kind of spinning his wheels. He kind of says there's nothing left to talk about. WrestleMania is coming, 2 matches for him, and then The Rock shows up, who was not scheduled to be there. He just comes to the ring, walks up to Cody, and whispers something into his ear, and then just leaves. I'm starting to get the sense that this feud is between Cody and The Rock, and not Cody and Roman Reigns. Then Jackie Redmond asks The Rock, "What did you whisper to Cody?" And Cody is asked later by Jackie what The Rock whispers to you. He says, "Listen, it's something I just don't want to repeat on air, but it's a promise that The Rock cannot keep." And we'll get into that a little bit later. The Judgment Day tell JD and Dominic that they need to get wins, and they are on a loser streak. Go deal with Ricochet. Ricochet ultimately defeated JD McDonagh. Yeah. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk have a Dynamite segment, just throwing shots and barbs at each other. We were in Chicago. Punk, and the segment starts with Punk, and Punk, says his Punk things. I'm pretty much over CM Punk, and then Drew comes out and pretty much buries him brutally, and then Seth comes out and tells Punk, I don't care about you, I'm not thinking about you, whatever. And they are all just going back and forth. The segment ends with Punk being announced as the guest commentator for the World Heavyweight Championship match, and then Seth hits Drew with a curb stomp. I'm ready. This match has some heat to it. It's going to be very, very interesting. Candice LeRae defeated Ivy Now after using some more underhanded tactics, and Indy Hartwell has a little issue with us, so we're going to see with this, but we're getting more stories in the women's division, so I'm always happy for that. DIY versus the New Day ends in a no contest after the Judgment Day attacked them. The Miz and R-Truth were on commentary, and Miz couldn't take the beat down happening, so he wouldn't try to interject. He got his ass beat, and then the Judgment Day beat up on Truth, who's like, I'm just a commentator. I'm not, come on, dog. So yeah, Judgment Day are making their presence known again. Gunther says Sammy can't beat him. Andrade defeated Giovanni Vinci. This was supposed to be originally Andrade versus Ivar, who wasn't medically cleared. Rhea Ripley and Becky talk some trash to each other. Becky has an issue with Rhea doing the stink face thing that happened over the weekend, and thinks that's not how a woman or a champion is supposed to be. But I'm like, everybody's like, you can do things your way. Rhea can do things her way. And then Rhea takes shots at Becky's daughter, and then they Bronson Reed defeated Sami Zayn, and then Gabe would tell Sami, yeah, you lost because Gunther got into your head. He did what he wanted to do. Main event, Solo and Jimmy let Jay know that they are in the building. Jay defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. I wish Shinsuke wouldn't keep losing matches. She should have just won the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth and held it up until the Royal Rumble. The Rock then beats down Cody after Jay and them try to go at Jay and Seth and everybody go after Jimmy and Solo. The Rock beats Cody bad, beat him in the ring like a supervillain, and he was bleeding, and we don't get blood on WWE TV. So what did The Rock whisper to Cody? He said, I'm going to make you bleed tonight. Cody said that was a promise The Rock couldn't keep, and The Rock kept that promise. Over on Dynamite, we had a good show. Well, Raw gets one thumbs up. We had Dynamite, which was a good show. It got bookended by two great matches. Dynamite gets a thumbs up. So our opening contest, Will Ospreay versus Katsuyori Shibata. Fantastic match. Ospreay won that one. I love how they say and put Shibata as the standard of professional wrestling. You face Shibata, you bring your A game. Then we had a Bryan Danielson video package. Then the Young Bucks will say they will win the tag team tournament. They also terminated the Smile More. Where's Alex Marvez? They then defeated Private Party to advance in the tournament, so they get their win back from the first year of Dynamite. Darby Allin's Mount Everest climb is postponed as he broke his foot, but he and Tony Hawk will be raising some money. Jericho and Hook have mutual respect for each other. Jericho will offer Hook some advice. Willow Nightingale defeated Anna Jay, Kris Statlander, and Skye Blue in a fatal four-way match to become the number one contender to the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné was on commentary. The Butcher challenged Dustin Rhodes to a match on Rampage. Tony Storm was with Ben Mankiewicz from AMC. Just, again, putting on beautiful work, beautiful character work. Orange Cassidy and Trent defeated the Kingdom to advance in the tag title tournament. Chill Kyle O'Reilly is chill. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see Kyle O'Reilly get riled up. And in the main event, Swerve Strickland defeated Konosuke Takeshi. I wish this had a little bit more heat behind it as we were building up to the top stars right now in AEW, but it was still a fine match. Over on Impact, We had some familiar faces return. This show gets a fifth. So, Statlander replaced Ash by Elegance in the 8-4-1 match. Ash was, she said she was hurt, so she's going to watch from ringside. So, the match was Havoc. Well, let me explain the 8-4-1 match for you real quick. It is a 4-on-4 tag team match, and then whatever team wins immediately faces each other in a fatal 4-way match, and the winner of that match becomes the number one contender for whatever they're fighting for. So this was to determine the number one contender to the Knockouts Championship. The teams were Havoc, Masha Slamovich, Alicia Edwards, and Jody Threat versus Statlander, Danny Luna, Zaya Brookside, and Rosemary. The latter team won, and then Statlander ultimately wins the match with the help of a returning Matt Cardona. Keep that name in your ear. Alex Shelley tells Sabin Kushida that maybe he should start looking out for himself, like how Sabin's been doing. Recently, ABC says they need to refocus. Grizzly Young Veteran blamed Diener for their loss, and then they go on to defeat Diener. Nick Neiman says he won't play Moose's head games. Tracy Williams accepts Josh Alexander's open challenge. Josh Alexander wins, and then Alexander Hammerstone attacks both of them after the match. Santino books Mustafa Ali versus Rhino after Ali insults Rhino. Eddie Edwards defeated Speedball Mike Bailey. Kaz vows to beat Eric Young. AJ Francis and Rich Swann explain that they are first class and they're going to make their way to the top of TNA. Rich Swann looks a little awkward next to AJ Francis. Laredo Kid is coming for Crazy Steve. In the main event, Steve Maclin defeated Chris Sabin. These were the tapings that went down in Philadelphia. I had to miss out on it. Over on SmackDown, WrestleMania is finally starting to take shape. So we have Pretty Deadly defeating Kevin Owens and Randy Orton after interference from Logan Paul. Randy looks at the screen and saw what happened and goes and gets Logan Paul, but Logan Paul ultimately escaped. EO Skye talks about why she damage control turned on Bailey. Essentially, Bailey used damage control to raise her stock and her profile and not the group's profile. Case in point, Bailey was supposed to go talk to the general manager, Tom Adam Pearce, about getting a tag team title match for Damage Control. Ended up and left with getting her own self a one-on-one match for the championship, and EO was like, what the hell? So Bailey gets spot to EO. Bailey then attacked EO after that promo. Jade Cargill officially signs with SmackDown. Damage Control wonders why Bianca will get into the business, and why does Jade Cargill get all of this hype? She's done absolutely nothing. A-Town Down Under defeated the Street Profits after it was shown on the screen of Lashley being beaten down. So we're clearly going to get the Pride versus the Final Testament at WrestleMania. Ray challenges Santos and Dom to a tag match at WrestleMania with Dragon Lee as his partner, as Dragon Lee is the newest member of the LWO, and the two factions all fight, including Selena and Elektra Lopez. The Judgment Day aren't on the same page. This was a really weird and awkward segment, but we just got to get to WrestleMania at this point. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeated Humberto and Angel Garza to advance to the WrestleMania ladder match. Heyman, Jimmy, and Solo plus everything that was done, especially the Cody on Monday, was by order of the Tribal Chief. LA Knight tricks and then jumps AJ Styles. It'll be Tiffy time soon enough. And Bianca Belair defeated Dakota Kai. Jada and Naomi saved her from a beatdown, so it was already confirmed we're going to get Team Black Girl Magic versus Damage Control, and they're probably going to win. I cannot take Asuka losing another WrestleMania match. I absolutely fucking hate it. Over on Rampage, Dustin Rhodes defeated The Butcher. Deonna Purrazzo won a squash match. Mariah May won a squash match, defeating a new wrestler I've never seen before named Nikita. Angelo Parker attacked Zach Knight. He's going to get his revenge, but Ruby was like, don't go pick a fight. We can do this on our own time. She doesn't approve. Roderick Strong in the main event defeated Daddy Magic in an eliminator match. This was for the International Championship. Eliminator match. Orange Cassidy and Trent attacked the Kingdom after the match, and then the Young Bucks attacked Orange Cassidy and Trent because they're all about facing each other soon. I need the challengers to start winning the eliminator matches. You just got to make them more believable. You can have the champion win the title match, but come on. Over on Collision, this was a nice reset. Adam Copeland started up the Cope Open again, and who answered the challenge? Well, he's always ready. The Deathmatch King, the indie god, Matt Cardona. This was a really good match. Copeland retained. It was really, really solid. And Malachi Black made his presence known, and Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe saved Copeland from a beatdown. FTR won't overlook the Infantry. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass will end Bullet Club Gold once for all. And they were like, yo, we should expect them to turn on as FTR defeated the Infantry to advance on the tag team tournament. This was a good match. Ricky Starks and Big Bill hype their tag match. Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe challenged the House of Black to a tag match at Dynasty. Kyle O'Reilly defeated JD Drake. Top Flight defeated Big Bill and Ricky Starks after there was an injury scare with Ricky Starks during this match. Thunder Rosa defeated Lady Frost in a solid affair. Toni Storm is happy with Mariah May, as Mariah will be facing Thunder Rosa in a number one contenders match on Dynamite, with the winner facing Toni at Dynasty. And she's expecting Mariah to be an easier challenge than Thunder Rosa. And in the main event, the BCC, the team of Claudio Castagnoli and Brian Danielson, teamed up with Katsuyori Shibata to take on the Righteous and Lance Archer, with the BCC and Shibata winning this match. This was solid. I want more for Lance Archer and the Righteous. I really, really do. Our matches of the week from Raw: Ricochet versus J.D. McDonagh. Solid match from Dynamite. Will Ospreay versus Konosuke Takeshita. Sorry, not Takeshita. Katsuyori Shibata. I am so sorry about that. From Dynamite, also Willow Nightingale versus Skye Blue versus Anna Jay versus Kris Statlander in that fatal four-way match. From Impact, Josh Alexander versus Tracey Williams, and also Steve Maclin versus Chris Sabin. From Collision, Adam Copeland versus Matt Cardona for the TNT Championship, and FTR versus the Infantry. Our star of the week, giving it to my girl, Willow Nightingale. She has been killing it. She's the number one contender to the TBS Championship. She's been putting on some bangers this week in Mexico, getting some W's, getting her name out there. But that's the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This week, like I said before, we got Let's Talk About It. The last Philadelphia WrestleMania, worst modern WrestleMania losses, the importance of pre-show matches, Filthy Casual, and then the WrestleMania 40 preview this Friday. Don't forget to check out the socials: Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. That is our show. We are making our way to WrestleMania. Peace.